It's time to go fishing with your buddy Jerry. Welcome to Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively on the voice of Muscatine, AM 860 KWPC. Now you can call Jerry with any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, or just to find out where the fish are biting. The phone number is 563-263-8600. Jer, let's start the show.
Out of the gate on our first show, we're going to an hour, folks. Thanks to you. Thanks to my fans. Thanks to everybody that downloads the apps. For some reason, you guys like this crap.
I don't know why.
So, we are officially starting today. We are going to an hour. We've always been at a half hour, and now we're going to an hour. So, we get twice the amount of time and quadruple amount of junk it's on here.
I should warn you, if Jerry brings your breakfast, make sure he doesn't leave the salamander in there. I went to take a bite out of it, and the sandwich tried to give me some tongue.
Hey, now, that place is known for their worms, not salamanders. Anyway, hey, you're on Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show. Like I just said, the big news here is we are now officially moving to an hour format, which is fantastic because before with the half hour, I mean, that was great, but we get rolling and then it's over. So, hey, we've got plenty of time now to get everything in, and man, do we got a big show today. I've been telling you guys about this BJ's bait that's out there. Dude, it's a popular stink bait, and this is the first time we've had it around here. I think Randy Brewer had it for a while, but I went out and used it, and a little later on, we're going to talk to the owner of the company, Don. He's going to be on the phone. He's going to be on the show. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to tell you everything that I had found out last weekend by using this stuff, and you guys are going to like it. I guarantee you, you're going to like it. But anyway, we're running a little late this morning. We a little short-handed up here at the station. We got some big activities going. Is that Hy-Vee, I think it is?
Hy-Vee Main Street. I think Millie's going to be checking in with us.
Yeah, Millie's going to be checking in. We're giving away what? Free Tauruses or free...
Free kisses from Tony, but he's on his way back.
Oh, free kisses from Tony. Yeah. So he must be.
I told him to hold, keep it, on the level, but I don't know if he is or not.
So anyway, I think they're giving away free weather radios or something, or programming radios.
It's some sort of a programming radio. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you have to buy them, but they're pre-programming these weather radios for the county that you're in.
Yeah.
So if there is severe weather, tornado, whatever, happens to crop up, it's not going off saying, hey, there's a warning for Louisa County and you live in Muscatine County. Well, that was a waste of time. Mm-hmm. These radios are programmed for your specific county.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I remember I used to be a maintenance supervisor for a local nursing facility, and weather radio was a very important part of our safety protocol and all that. The thing is, when it went off, it was like, well, what do we do now? Well, guys, this is what we trained for. But no, I'm kidding. They did pretty good as far as responding what they need to do. Hey, shut up about all that stuff and get on to the fishing report, you idiot.
Get on the fishing,
yeah. That's what they're talking about. Hey, Big Hollow Lake, bluegill, good. The bluegills are up in the beds now and aggressively hitting on jigs and worm and bobber. And largemouth bass are working good. They're good right now. Worked flooded timber near the shore. Still on Big Hollow Lake. Channel catfish, good. Catfishing is picking up. I like the area at the very upper end of the lake. They seem to work the shallow flats there where the water enters the lake. The Cedar River's been doing excellent for catfish. Large catfish are starting to bite. Channel catfish, the flatheads, not so much. Not just yet. But anyway, small bluegill, shad guts, stinkbait, crawlers have all been working well. Walleye are a fair bite in the Cedar as well. Corville Reservoir up there. It's fair. Some fish are being caught drifting cut bait, but leeches are working well in the rocks up there. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see pictures. I got a customer that goes up there all the time fishing with leeches, and they've caught well over 100 fish since they've been up there. Diamond Lake, catfish are well up there. They're rated good. Chicken livers and stink bait are doing good. Hennon Lake, good bluegills. Pretty much all these reports that I'm looking at, they're rated fairly good. Now, the crappie are just starting to come. Some areas they're starting to come off spawn. Sometimes they're in mid-spawn. It's just going to be depending on the body of water that you're fishing in. Lake Belvedere, bluegill, good. The bluegills are up on the nest in shallow water. They're in spawn mode too. Lake McBride, bluegill, good. Fish around shallow rock. Unfortunately, up there, they're a little bit on the small side. Lake McBride, crappie are slow. Seems the morning's the best. Walleye is slow up there at Lake McBride as well. Lake Odessa, I think we got Randy on the phone.
Yes, we do.
Hey, Randy, what you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Jerry.
What's going on down there in your neck of the woods, my friend?
We still got too much water.
Too much water?
Too much water.
Oh,
Can you believe a fisherman can have too much water?
Well, I know Dave says he can have too much water, but that's usually when he's drinking scotch. So.
Yeah.
I was down to Kilpeck, and Kilpeck's their boat ramp is 2/3 dry, but they haven't opened it up yet. And I was down to the Big Timber, which is the breaks, and it's still got about 8 inches on the whole parking lot. Odessa's getting down, but you got to remember it goes with the river. Now they got the hole busted into the back half of it, but it's down quite a bit of what it was. So, yeah, we're still got water down there. Hopefully by next weekend we should be able to get people out in the breaks fishing.
Yeah,
Pond gets going.
I would hate to see, it's been closed down now for quite a while, and hopefully the crappie haven't, are done spawning and done moved off, This has been kind of a tough couple weeks down there, hasn't it?
It's been a tough month.
Yeah.
The crappie are pretty much, bluegills are blowing up right now, so the crappie still got probably 2 weeks, I'm guessing. Before they actually start, and that's going to last about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Right.
So hopefully we'll get them in there fishing.
Yeah. Hey, a little later on, like I said earlier, we're going to have the owner from BJ's on there, and I know that you sell that BJ's bait down there as well as I do.
See, what I found out about the BJ's was when there was a scare on Sonny's, is I started calling around the bigger shops. And what's your number one stink bait? If they said Sonny's, I said, what's your number two? It was BJ's. And the ones that said, what's your number one? BJ's. Their number two was Sonny's. So they're knocking on each other's door depending on what area you live in. BJ's, I remember years and years ago, it used to be just dough balls is what they started out. And then they started making the jar form, the dip baits. But I've used it. I like it. Then again, I use bulkers, and I like it too.
All right. Well, we're going to have Dawn on here. Like I said, like I told everybody earlier, I got a chance to use it last weekend, and I'll get into that story here a little bit later on. But make sure you go down there and stop in and see my old buddy Randy down there. I know the fishing's kind of slow in the river down there, but go in and check on him, make sure he's kicking.
We're kind of on the way to Belvedere, and kind of on the way to Big Hollow down there. So.
Well, I still want them to make sure they go down there and kick your feet when you're sleeping there at the desk. I don't want you getting too used to that.
Well, I'll tell you what, old Jerry, you're live on the radio, and I'll just make you a little challenge right here where everybody can hear you, because this is Free Kids Weekend, right?
Yes, it's Free Fishing Weekend.
Yeah, and anybody that's 12 and under on the Free Fishing Weekend only, that's tomorrow and Sunday, they can come down to my shop, and I'll sell them a thing of dew worms for $1.
All right.
You want to try that at your shop?
Oh, well, I'll go for that too. If you're 12 and under and
12 and under, we'll sell them to them for $1, a dozen worms.
Right, and free fishing is this weekend, and it's today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
There you go.
All right. So I will send a busload of children down there.
I'll be driving that bus.
I will send a busload of children down to Randy's shop here a little later on.
It'll be a short bus.
I will take $400 worth of worms, please.
You go ahead and do that because I'm a man of my word, and I went ahead and got a whole bunch of them made up this morning, so we got worms and we're ready.
All right. Cool beans. It's good to know that Randy Brewer has worms, everybody, right there on live radio. You can usually go to a doctor and get that fixed, but...
A pill usually
but
takes
I'm not into taking pills, so we're just going to have to...
Not as much as you...
my friend.
Not as much as you used to. All right, Randy. Good checking in with you. Hey, that was my good friend Randy Brewer down at RV's Outback. We're going to slide into a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
It's where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Local weather from Trinity Muscatine. Best outcome for every patient, every time.
Here's a look at your forecast for KWPC AM 860. Throughout today, we're going to be seeing our skies mostly sunny to at times partly cloudy, southeast winds 5 to 10, and our highs in the mid-80s. Partly cloudy skies tonight with our winds out of the southeast 5 to 10, and our lows dropping into the low 60s. Increasing clouds Saturday with showers and storms likely, southeast winds, highs in the middle 70s. I'm Weather Eye meteorologist Greg Tatro on AM 860. Right now it's 66 degrees.
KWPC AM 860, the voice of Muscatine. And check in with Millie down at the Hy-Vee Main Street. Hi, Millie.
Hey, Dave. How you doing this morning?
We're doing good. Jerry's here. Say hi, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
There you go.
Oh, you meant hi, Millie.
Hi, Jerry.
Hey, how you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Well, I saw you while you were walking out. My gosh, guys, I'm telling you, you need to get down there because Millie is really dressed to the nines.
Yeah, it's a special event. I'm down here at Hy-Vee Main Street. I hurried on down. And what we're doing this morning, weather radios. This is the time of year that, we've got some severe weather happening. They're calling for thunderstorms overnight tonight and tomorrow morning as well. And so with me down here, I've got Matt Schweitzer. Did I say it right, Matt?
You did great.
Awesome. I love it when it happens. So we're talking about weather radios. Is this a special promotion you have going on this weekend, or how did you get tied in with the weather radios?
Yeah, this is a special promotion. We got it marked down to $29.99, and we try to do it every year around this time of year because it is severe weather going on. May and June are great months to get awareness out there for people who don't have a radio, let them know what it's all about, and keep them safe.
We advertised earlier in the week on the station that I was going to be programming these. I guarantee you I'm not programming them. Matt knows what he's doing. He's programming the weather radios. So talk a little bit about how the programming works.
Basically, we program it for the county that you live in, or if you live on the edge of a county, you can do multiple counties. That way you're just getting the warnings for your area. You're not hearing what's going on in Des Moines or North Iowa or things that you don't necessarily care about at the middle of the night. So it's specific to where you live, and then it's also got your specific weather forecast for your area, too. So that's what we're programming in, is what you want to hear.
Hi, Lauren. So when I came up, I was like, there's batteries here. So are the batteries running the weather radio, or does it plug into the wall?
The weather radio plugs into the raw normally, but it also has batteries in it. So when the power goes out, if you're getting a lot of wind, you'll still be in touch with what's going on in the outside world. So it's a battery backup system, but normally you would leave it plugged in all the time. And then also you got the alarm clock option. So it works as an alarm clock, a normal alarm clock, if you have it by your bedside, and kind of two devices in one.
Can we show people what the weather? Can we do that? Yeah. Test one out and show them what it's pretty loud. I said, does it work like that for an alarm clock? Because I have teenage children that don't wake up very easily. Okay, that's loud. Right, hands up. Tony's afraid that maybe he's being arrested for something. It is National Donut Day, so yeah, that's the other reason to get down here. I know. So tell her, how long are we going to be doing this? How long are you running the special?
The special's on until they're gone. We're going to have these radios for probably 3 more weeks at least, and we will program them for you anytime you come out here. Just ask for somebody to come up and program it for you. Otherwise, if you're a do-it-yourself type of person, there are instructions in the box, and it's easy to do.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get back to Jerry's Bait and Tackle, and we'll be back again before the 10 o'clock hour.
Hold on.
This don't sound good. What's going on?
Yeah, let me tune it up here a little bit now.
All right.
There it goes. That sounds pretty. A little flat.
You're scaring me, dude.
Well, you ain't scaring you.
I'm glad I'm locked in here.
Here we go. Hey, anyway, I was telling you, it's great that you got this dual music on here, because I've been telling you now for the last couple weeks about Sunnies. Now, Sunnies is my number one stink bait, and it has been for years, but every year for the last 5 years, we run into a problem at this time of year. We need it the most, and we can't get it. It's just a shortage, and I've searched for an alternative, and by God, I finally got one. Now, I'm just going to tell you this. Now, I'm a fisherman, and I'm not telling the story here. This is what actually happened. I got plenty of witnesses. It's well documented. Last Saturday, last week, I finally got my hands on this stuff called BJ's catfish bait. It's a stink bait. It comes in a jar. It looks like Sunnies, everything else. They have blood, regular, all that. But I took a buddy of mine. I said, let's go out and test this thing before I get on the radio and start talking it up, because I want to make sure that it's actually working. So I gave my buddy a jar of Sunnies regular, and I used a jar of BJ's regular. And we use the exact same rig, which is just a slip rig, and we use the exact same worm, which is a J&N, just a black tube worm. And we went out to the Cedar, and we got about an hour and a half to fish before the thunderstorm came rolling up on us. That's another story. But we got out there within the first 5 minutes of me tossing the anchor out, and I was just using the BJ's. I had caught 2 fish. And I tell you what, we stayed even the whole time till the thunder started rolling and say, hey, we better get headed back to the boat ramp there. But I'm going to tell you this. BJ's did not outperform Sunnies, but by God, it did not underperform it. It stayed dead even, and in fact, I would say it had a little bit better edge than the Sunnies. But don't just take my word for it. I ended up getting Don, the owner of BJ's, on the phone with us today. Are you there, Don?
Yes, I'm here.
How you doing today, sir?
Pretty good.
Hey, I have to say, I've been searching for an alternative for a while, and I have found it. And what's better than that, my customers have found it, because I got a case and a half of it in last week, and I pretty much sold all out of it, but I just got restocked this morning, and your stuff is working very, very well, my friend.
Yes, we're very proud of it down here. We spent a lot of time and effort, producing this bait, and It catches a lot of fish.
Yes, it does, and I'm here to tell you that it does. And just because I'm a fisherman, I'm telling you, I'm not telling tales here. I made sure we took pictures and videos and all that good stuff.
It was on the internet, so it has to be true.
Yeah, if it's on the internet, it's true. So tell me, Don, how did you guys get started in making stink bait?
Well, this company's been around since 1953.
Mm-hmm.
So the fella started it, passed away, and it went through a couple people's hands that couldn't keep up with the demand.
Mm-hmm.
And we heard about it 3 years ago for sale. So my partner and I, we decided we used that as kids, growed up with it. We decided to purchase the company. And when we purchased the company, it had 3 baits, and they were all dough baits.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we have 21 different baits now.
Wow.
Out there, and we spent a whole year of nothing but research and development to make this dip bait that you're using.
That is fantastic. I tried that with my wife there. Hey, honey, I need to go out and fish for a year straight to make sure that this stuff is. She didn't buy it on my end, so I'm glad it worked out for you.
You bet.
Hey, Don, this is catfish country right here. And what makes your stink bait so effective?
Well, we have a dozen ingredients in our bait that attracts the catfish. And as everybody knows, a catfish is a protein eater.
Correct.
Got to have protein. So our ingredients, 9 out of the 12, have protein in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what makes us stand out a little bit different than a lot of folks out there.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I own a pretty decent sized shop, and we'll get these baits, and they don't work real good, or they're real cheap. And one of the big complaints I got is a lot of fishermen complain about inferior brands that wash off quickly in heavy current. And I'd have to say the Cedar River, which we fish, is one of the fastest flowing rivers in the state of Iowa. About 9 miles an hour is what it'll flow normally on there. I found that in heavy current, your bait really does seem to stick real good to the worm. It doesn't wash off as quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're just 1 mile from the Missouri River, and that's where all the testing, the majority of it was tested right here in this big river. And we made it to the consistency that where it'll stay on for folks, no matter what kind of current you're fishing in, which is very, very important to us. I mean, it took a year to get to this consistency where it will stay on.
Yeah, is there any kind of, I get this asked quite a bit because I have quite a few dip worms in my shop, and everybody has their favorites. You'll have the hollow tube ones, and then you'll have the ribbed ones. Is there any kind of a dip bait worm that you would say would work better or not as well with your dip bait?
What we fish with around here, we like the hollow tube with the holes in it.
Yeah, that's the kind that I like. I think because you can just get more bait packed inside of it.
I fish with the bags, the strawberry type bags and stuff, but I still by far like the tube better.
Yeah, that would be my preference in that. Hey, what types and sizes does your bait come in? Like the blood and regular?
On our dip bait, it comes in original, blood, and garlic.
Oh.
In 16 ounces and 45 ounce.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great. Now, we had talked on the phone the other day, and you made mention of a glow-in-the-dark bait. Could you please explain that a little bit?
Yes, this is like no other that I've ever discovered in the world. And I was doing a show over in Kentucky, and a fella said, Don, you ought to come up with a glow-in-the-dark bait. And I said, that's a pretty good idea. So when I got back home, we started formulating. And this is a dough bait, already pre-shaped in balls, just to slide on the hook. You can charge it up with any kind of light, whether indoor light, sun does wonderful. If you charge it for an hour, those balls will light up a green color even underwater.
Huh.
That way we have another advantage, not only from smell,
Yes.
but it glimmers similar to a goldfish.
Wow.
And this stuff here, we have fishermen every day of the week using this, mostly in ponds.
Mm-hmm.
The first time out with this bait, they let in to anywhere from 5 to 8 pound channel cat.
Wow.
Out of a pond.
Well,
so, I mean, and every day I've got pictures I can send people. Every day they send in their pictures of what this glow bait's doing. And it's just,
right.
It's just something like we've never seen before.
Right, and that's important. I want to bring that up too. You guys have a Facebook page on there where you can see pictures of the results of the fish that you guys have caught. They're on Facebook. You happen to know the name of that right off? I think it's BJ's Bait Company.
Yeah, BJ Bait Company.
Yeah. Or you can just go to Jerry's Outdoor Show. I got it linked to my page, and you can find the link. But it's pretty impressive. I'm going to tell you, folks, when you search around, and you've lived in Iowa your whole life, in the last 5 years, I'm not being disrespectful to Sunnies or anything like that, but the last 5 years, it is hard to get your hands on Sunnies. But I'm telling you, folks, BJ's is the alternative. You want to try this. And I'm not going to just say it's an alternative. I think it's poised to become number one once you try it. And what about, production problems? Will we foresee any of that?
You could ask any of my distributors, when they call, we ship the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we ship all over the United States. I mean, so we stay on top of it. And one reason we do it like this is we've got a lot of business from people having droughts with other companies.
Right.
So, I mean, we don't feel like back orders are part of our game.
All right. That's good to know.
Because if people want to go fishing, they want to go now.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I guess one final thing here, Don, is for people that have not tried BJ's, give us a few reasons why they should.
Well, number one reason is it catches a lot of fish. It's a very consistent product. It's been proven by everybody. I mean, you can hit the rivers, you can fish it, you can fish ponds, lakes, and we've been in business for 61 years.
That's something. That's impressive.
And we shipped as far as Japan.
Wow.
So, I mean, you can call people in Texas, right here in Missouri, Illinois, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anybody's fished with it, they won't go back to anything else.
Well, that's great. And that's, like I said, I sell a lot of stink bait in my shop. I mean, 95% of my business is catfish. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, this day and age, people are a little apprehensive to try something new. It's just because this day and age, everybody's limited on the time they can go out and fish. They can't fish 5 days a week. Maybe they only got Saturday morning to fish, and they want to get stuff that they know that works. And they'll come to me and they'll say, hey, what they're biting on. And I'm going to tell them BJ's is what they're biting on. And I think, once we get people using it around here, because it's kind of first in the area for us. Right here getting this. And like I said, we are big catfish community. So I'm going to start promoting you guys on the air weekly, letting people know about this, because this is a fantastic bait. And I'm not just blowing smoke because you're on the other end of the phone there.
No, but I mean, it is. I mean, 61 years, that's a long time for somebody to make catfish bait. If it didn't work, they would never lasted that long.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's true. I know from the retail end of it, you can see baits and tackle in this net come and go in the blink of an eye. But the ones that work, man, they got the staying power. So,
and we own 3 bait shops of our own.
Yeah.
And we have competitors' bait in them also.
Mm-hmm.
We fish competitors' bait against ours, and I mean, in my bait shops, they won't do anything else.
Cool beans. Well, anyway, Don, we're going to wrap her up here, and I'm going to try to get a hold of you a little bit later on after the show and see if we can get our hands on some of that glow bait.
Yep, we'll take care of you, Jerry.
All right. Thank you very much, Don.
Thank you now.
All right. That was Don from BJ's Bait Company. You can find him on Facebook or the internet or in mine or Randy's shop and see if we come in and try some of that BJ's. You're going to like it, I guarantee. We are going to slide into a commercial break. This whole hour thing's got me screwed up.
It does.
We're going to slide into a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
The place where he was born and
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experience fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
KWPC AM 860, the voice of Muscatine, checking back in with Millie down at the Hy-Vee Main Street, broadcasting live. Hi, Millie.
Hi, Dave. How are you this morning?
Well, doing good.
Jerry's sounding good this morning.
Yeah, he's faking his way through it.
He's faking his way through it.
The only way I know how to do it.
That never happens. No, it's all planned. You've got to plan for it. I am down here at Hy-Vee Main Street with Matt Schweitzer, and we are selling. You have a special going on with Weather Alert radios. It's an important time of the year for that kind of thing. A lot of weather that is happening. Thunderstorms, they're calling for them tomorrow. I'm hoping not. But storms for the next 3 or 4 days are predicted. And tell people, when I first got here, you were explaining to me the importance of having a weather radio.
Well, weather radios are important because, especially at night when you're sleeping, you shut the windows and go into that deep sleep. You can't hear the sirens all of the time, and especially if you're out of town, you may not have access to sirens. So this weather radio is going to wake you up. It's got a very loud tone to it. It's going to keep you alert as to what's going on in the overnight hours, as well as daytime. But in the daytime, you're typically listening to the radio or watching TV already. So this is more of a safety issue at night for you and your family, that it's important to get by your bedside and get woken up if you need to be.
I love the fact that it's multi-purpose. It's not just a weather radio, but it's also a clock, an alarm clock as well. So you can plug it in, put it right by your bed, and it replaces maybe that alarm clock that's already sitting there. And it's also going to alert you if there's something you need to know about.
Yeah, and it's also got a weather forecast tool on there, so you can hit the weather button and listen to the weather forecast right when you wake up if you want to. So it is an all-in-one, and it's got a battery backup system, so if the power goes out, you're still going to get the alert, and just a great idea to have for your house.
For sure. Tell everybody, how long are we going to have them? How much are they?
These are $29.99. We've got them on sale. They're normally $39.99, so that's $10 off. And we got a good supply of them here, as Millie can see, but probably through the end of the month we'll have them here.
Awesome. So get down here to Hy-Vee Main Street. Give them your address, just in case.
We're at 510 East 6th Street, which is on the corner of 5th and Mulberry. Those familiar with town, right across from our home medical store and wine and spirits store as well. So,
when are we doing the live remote from the wine and spirits store? Now we're talking, right? No, get down here. It is a great product, and with the storms and the weather that we experience here in the Midwest, it is extremely valuable. However, I want to talk a little bit about getting it programmed, because earlier this week, we joked about Millie's going to be out there programming weather radios. I don't know everything about programming a weather radio, so I'm going to leave that to the pros, and that would be Matt. Let's talk a little bit about, because, especially being on air, when I get up in the morning, I want to find out what's going on, not just in Muscatine County, but, I want to know what's going on in my broadcast area. So could you help me with that?
Yeah, these radios are programmable for multiple areas. So, for instance, if you live on the Muscatine-Louisa border, you could program both counties in there, and then you're getting alerts for both counties. Or if you're just curious what's going on, if you have family living elsewhere, you could do that. So you can either do one area or multiple areas, and that way you're notified, like you said, for a larger area of the wherever you're living at.
So get down here, grab yourself a weather radio, keep you and your family safe this season and for years to come. $29.95. That's right. $29.95. We've got them down here at Hy-Vee Main Street. They'll be here through the end of the month probably. So stop down, get one, say hello to Matt. He'll get it programmed up for you. And we'll be back again before 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I was going to.
And they're easy to program. Oops. Even Millie can do it.
Even Dave can do it.
I was going to say, it's easy if I can do it. It's like hopefully one button.
Pat, Millie, you in the parking lot or inside the store?
I'm inside the store. Lots of people have come up to the checkout. So I think next I'm going to learn how to check people out and bag their items.
Well, I know you know how to check people out. Right. But,
yeah.
Hey, while you're in there, if you could do me a favor, go back by the dairy section.
Uh-huh.
I need a dozen eggs.
Yeah, give me your shopping list.
4 rolls of Charmin. And Dave's holding something up. The preparation. What?
Oh, no.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not taking anybody's shopping list. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am. We'll check in with you a little bit later.
All right.
Cool beans. Yeehaw! Hey, how about this? We're going to an hour show.
Yeah.
So with that, hey, we're rolling out some new things. We couldn't get her on today with the live remote, but we'll have her on next week. We're going to be bringing an actual chef. She will be on the show every week, and she'll be giving us fish recipes and seafood recipes. She's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's the way you got to say it. Mm-hmm. And her name is Chef Kathy, and she'll have her own little segment on this show. I believe next week she's going to call in with a blackened catfish recipe. And I told her, I said, well, I know how to do blackened catfish. You just basically got to turn the skillet on to 400 and leave it on there for about 15 minutes, and it done good, you know. So, and our old buddy Havana, Montana, and all that will be back. But right now, more importantly, we need to get Captain Katie coming down the street.
Well, she's coming down the street.
Is she?
Yeah.
I don't see her.
Well, I don't see her either.
Do I hear her?
I hope I hear her. Where's she at? Well, we got to open the window up first and hang the mic out.
It's too cold out there today.
It's not that cold out there. Not really, I don't think.
So
here, let me open the window up over here. Get this mic out there. All right, Katie. Whoa.
There she is. There she blows, matey. Be a first caller at 563-263-8600, and you get the rummage through Captain Katie's tackle box.
Yeah.
Last tackle box under her desk. Captain Katie, reaching your hand. Captain Katie, a finer fishery you never did see. Captain Katie, that's why we call her Captain KT. Captain Katie, Captain Katie, Captain Katie, Captain Katie's magical tackle box. How come I have the strange feeling I might get a call from Jamie later on? Hey, you know that hour thing? I don't think that's going to quite work out.
I think your fan base died off. Usually the phone's lighting up.
Right. We'll go back to 15 minutes. Well, everybody's down there getting their weather radio program.
Well, yeah, getting their weather radios, checking out Millie. Millie's checking them out.
There you go.
Yeah.
All at Hy-Vee Main Street. That's 563-263-8600. Are the phones working?
Well, they should be working. Let's see. Hit this button here. Yeah, they're working.
They're working.
I think this 1 hour format is kind of flopped. Half hour is all folks can handle.
Half hour is all they can handle. If you thought half hour is bad, wait for an hour now. But anyway, let's get on to the free fishing weekend here.
Yeah.
Hey, what that means is the state of Iowa puts it on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's today, tomorrow, and Sunday. You can fish free without a license. And it doesn't matter what age you are, you can fish free without a license. Now, when I say you can fish free without a license, that means you don't have to have a license, but hey, you still got to pay attention to the regs. That doesn't mean you can go down and get 2,000 bluegill and say, hey, it's a free fishing weekend. It doesn't work that way. So if you need a copy of the regs, you can go to DNR.com for Iowa, and they'll have the regs. Or you can come to my shop. There's a free pamphlet that the state puts out, and it has all the fishing regs in there. Or just give me a call. If you have any questions about what you're doing or where to go or how many fish you can have, usually I can tell you the answer right over the phone. If not, I can look it up for you. But I just want people to be out there, have a good time. If you don't catch anything, sometimes it's just a good time if you don't catch anything. But maybe this is a new family sport for you, and you're not sure that you want to delve into this. This is a perfect opportunity. You don't have to spend the $19 for the license. In the state of Iowa, I believe the statistics are this year or last year there was over 400,000 registered anglers. So this is definitely one of those cheaper family activities that you can do. And we have somebody on the phone. There we go. The phone is working. Who do we have on the phone with us today?
Try that.
Who we got on with us today?
Shane, sir.
Hey, Shane, how you doing, bud?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You doing any good this season?
Huh?
You doing any good you got a dog back there chasing you?
Yeah, I got a dog chasing me.
You don't have any cut bait in your pocket or something, do you?
I must have something. They must like me for something. Lost some fish on me.
Yeah. Did you go out fishing this morning?
Me and Ray, we got some job to do, but later on today.
Yeah, later on today you're going to go out and do her, huh?
Yeah, maybe take my girl and her kids out and throw some worms in the water.
Yeah, there you go. This would be an excellent weekend to do it. So just stop on out here at the studios, which is out here on Mulberry in Muscatine.
3218.
3218 Mulberry in Muscatine, and see Captain Katie at the front desk, and she'll put a box up there. You can pick out whatever you want.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
Cool beans, Daddy-O. We'll see you later.
Yep, take it easy, Jerry.
All right, thank you, bud. Well, I think we'll slide into a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Let the Sicilian Pizzeria of Wilton treat your family to dinner tonight. Their dough is made fresh every day with only the freshest ingredients, so you're guaranteed to taste the difference. Offering classic specialty pizzas like Sammy the Bull, the Palermo, the Gladiator, the German, the Viagra, and many more. Try one of their killer subs, calzones, or pasta dishes if you're looking for something different. Make sure you start your meal off with one of their mouth-watering appetizers, Asiago tomatoes, cheesy garlic bread, or their famous seafood bruschetta. Call the Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton for pickup or delivery today. 563-732-9396. Open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Checking back in with Millie Morris down at the Hy-Vee Main Street, giving away some weather radios.
No, we're not giving away, Dave. Don't say giveaway.
Well, we got to get them down there. We're not going to give them away.
Right,
no.
we're selling them.
We're selling them. You sounded like a car salesman on that last bit. $29.95. Get down here now.
$29.95. Get down here and see Matt and I. We're pretty smiley, happy people this morning, so we're fun to see.
Yeah, well, the sun's out. We can see it out the window, so that always helps.
Yeah, we're like, oh, it's going to be a beautiful day out there. Too bad we're not out there. So, yes, weather radios is why we are on this morning. $29.95 is what it is, and it's more than a weather radio. It's also an alarm clock. It will not only alert you when there is bad weather, but it'll also give you the forecast. And like we mentioned before, you can set it up for your... You can set it up for... Oh, no, Tony's got to tell us something really fast. You better be fast. What time is it?
I know. Listen, I'm telling you what. I just sat down at the Main Street Grill. I should be back at work, but I'm going there now. And I'm going to show you a picture of this breakfast burrito. And then Tammy says, do you want to add gravy to it? Only because this is America and we don't mess around. Look at that.
That is ginormous.
Did you know that existed? You didn't tell me, Matt? We may not be Facebook friends after I leave. It's amazing. Deb suggested it. No, I'm taking a bit while I'm going to eat it all when I get back. It's a serious thing. This is a whole thing. I'm excited. I got to go.
Okay, well, you have fun. Drive careful. Drive extra careful. Okay. Oh, I'm concerned. There's going to be gravy everywhere.
I would be. You're going to need to take that thing to the car wash. Yeah.
I see a car wash in my future.
Don't you think Tony should probably be showing pictures of his children, not his breakfast burrito?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a big breakfast. Wait till you guys see it when he gets there. It's a huge breakfast burrito.
We'll see half of it.
I parked strategically so Matt and I could watch him get into the car and see what all happens with that.
I don't think there's going to be any left by the time he gets to the station.
No eating and driving. Shh.
I think it's going to happen.
2 hands on the wheel. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Do they still teach that, or am I just old? Do they still?
I don't know. I'm just as old as you are.
So let's talk a little bit. So weather radios, $29.95. You're going to have them until the end of the month. They're super easy to program. You tell me, but you don't have to do it yourself. Find someone at the store, and they will help you with it. Yes.
Yes, we'll program it for you before you leave, and it'll keep that programming until you get home and plug it in.
Let's talk about your pharmacy. There's several things that I love about the Hy-Vee pharmacy. I get 5 cents a gallon off of my gas when I get my prescriptions filled. That's one thing that I love. Tell me what else.
Our pharmacy, we're proud of our people. That's first thing. We've got a lot of long-term people, great pharmacists, great techs who just want to take care of you. Pharmacy's complicated with insurance and pricing and, drugs changing, and they're here to help you. They really are. We're busy, so we have a program called Repeat Refill, where you don't have to call in your prescription anymore. If it's a regular item that you take every month, it'll just fill it for you. So no longer have to call and order your meds. You can just let the system do it, and you'll get a phone call from us when it's ready.
I love the fact that you say we're busy, but really I'm busy, so I don't want to call for it either. So I love that. And then do you just send me a message or an email or a text? How do I know that it's ready to be picked up?
You tell us, but you can either get an email or a text or a phone call. And it'll be leave a message on your answering machine or whatever you'd like. But that way it fills it about 5 days before you need it. And if you're out of refills, you've all had that happen before where you don't realize that and now all of a sudden you're out. We call the doctor, and all this happens before you even know it's happening. And then you'll get a phone call that says, hey, your prescription's ready to be picked up, and you just stop in and it's ready to go, and it's no waiting, because we don't like you waiting any more than you like waiting.
But you do have a comfy spot to wait if I have to.
Yes, we do have a nice waiting area. And it does take a while to fill prescriptions these days with insurance issues that come up. And safety is obviously our number one concern, so we're not going to rush through it. It's not fast food to us. We're not trying to get it out fast. We're trying to get it out safe.
Accurate. We're trying to get it out accurate. You know, one thing, we were talking about our kids off air, and I've got older kids. You've got some younger kids. When my kids were little, I remember this pharmacy was the very first one that they said, well, would you like that flavored? Like, what flavor would you like? And I had no idea what they were talking about. Do they still do that?
We do. We have, it's called Flavor RX, and I think there's 7 or 8 flavors you can get on most medications. So if you do have young kids or picky kids like mine are, you can come in and we can try a different flavor and see if that works out. And then also we typically give out a ice cream cone coupon too for sick kids. So you know how kids love ice cream. Well, that'll help them at least think they feel better.
I was gonna say when you don't feel well, or maybe you got that like scratchy throat or something, you know, ice cream makes everything better, doesn't it? Well, it does during the summertime for sure. Remind everybody how long we're going to have them. Tell them how they work. One more time.
The weather radios we're going to have while supplies last, but we have quite a few here. Have them till the end of the month for sure. And then we'll have them again next year. We have them every year. They're $29.99, and they're here to alert you for severe weather in your area. So we have a tornado warning come through overnight while you're sleeping. That alarm's going to go off and wake you up and give you a chance to get to someplace safe.
What other warnings go off?
That'll be severe thunderstorm, any type of warning that you're really concerned with. It'll even give you blizzard warnings if you have it on over the winter. You know, a lot of people shut it off during the winter months because the danger isn't as much there. But if you are in a situation where you need to know about a winter warning, it would sound for that as well. Or a flood warning, if you're, you know.
That's what I was going to ask about. You know, we got a lot of people that, you know, on the cedar or, you know, things like that, and flash flood warnings as well. So, perfect.
Yeah, a great item. Keep your family safe throughout the summer.
It replaces your alarm clock on the side of your bed. That's what I love about it. But it serves more than one purpose. And in this hectic, busy life that we have, we need things that are serving dual purposes. So get down here, get yours. See Matt, he's quite the guy. He has a smile for everyone every time. Every time I see you, you're smiling. Jerry, are you still there, Jerry?
We are still here. We're just about ready to wrap up Jerry's Bait and Tackle and Millie's Weather Radio Show.
There you go. That's a new one, right? I heard you say come down and check Millie out, and I just wanted to say that's not what we're doing here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're not checking Millie out.
Well, you looked pretty nice this morning when I saw you walking out the door.
I knew I was going to be seen in public. I tried to look decent.
Yeah. Well, maybe I meant check something out with Millie because you said you were going to.
All right. Well, I'm going back to get your eggs now. See you in a bit.
Cool. And don't forget the toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. TP. Got it.
Got it. Thank you. Hey, that was Millie down there at Main Street, Ivy Main Street.
Yep.
How long are you going to be down there? For another hour, 2 hours, or are they done at 10?
I think they're done at 10.
Done at 10, so you got about 3 minutes. Still there?
I'm coming back. You got 3 minutes to get in here and see me.
Hurry up.
Well, I got to pack it all up. You might have a little bit more than 3 minutes.
All right, cool beans. Hey, speaking of running short on time, that is us. We are running short of time.
Yep.
We're going to slide out of here. We got to have enough time for the cleaning people to come in here and clean up. Sports Stooges are on your radio next. For Jerry of Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show and Brother Dave Styles, we're going to slide out of here, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. See ya.
Jerry will be back next Friday, right here on the Voice of Muscatine, to talk about fishing, life, and even a few jokes. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next Friday. Jerry's Bait and Tackle Outdoor Show on the Voice of Muscatine. I think I got a big one on the line, Jer. Gonna need a bigger boat.
But I love to fish.
AM 860 KWPC. You save big money, you save big money when you shop Menards.
Now at Menards, it's the perfect time to save big on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything in the store. That's right. Save 11% after rebate on all lumber, roofing, and siding. Save 11% after rebate on all decking, fencing, and landscape blocks. Save 11% on all doors, windows, cabinets, and appliances. Save 11% on all paint, stain, and driveway sealer. With so many great deals, you're sure to find everything you need for your next project. Now during the 11% rebate sale.